All right, I think it has been a long day, so let's do something. Can you just turn around and tell the next person, whoever is close to you, you're freaking awesome and do a high five?
You're freaking awesome!
And the one who are there watching us live stream, you guys are freaking awesome, okay? Wow. So, appreciative heart is a healthier heart, okay? Good, thank you for that. So, I'm very grateful to be here on this platform, and thanks to the organizers at all. They have been working so hard, and thank you for all of you being here all the day. I'm going to share this story about heart, but I want all of you to be very attentive. You know why? I think all of you have a heart, right? Right? So if you have a heart, then you better listen to what I have to say, because when we say a cardiologist or heart, people think that, oh, I don't have a heart problem. Why should I listen? This is not for me, But all of you may have a father, a mother, a brother, or a family member, or uncle, or aunt, or all of you are change makers, right? Can we all shout that we are the change makers? We are the change makers, right? Awesome. So, way back in 1997, I was in my clinic and something happened which changed my life. I'm choosing to die rather than doing open heart surgery. These were the words of one of my patients, SG, and he was like literally at that time 58 years old. In our hospital, he survived the heart attack, but he was told that he has to undergo this surgery or he will die within 10 days. And I was just out of my medical college, had done my MD and having this hospital and wanted to save lives. And you all become doctor because you want to help people. And all my colleagues told me that if he doesn't do open heart surgery, he cannot live. So, and I was not able to sleep, and I was having sleepless night that how can you let people die because they don't have money to do surgeries. And in India that time in late like 1990s, hardly 10% were insured. So I decided that no, this is not going to be the story, and I started working on lifestyle changes, and which I'll be talking a little more. But long story short, in 3 months, his all lab work reports, everything changed, and the same cardiologist who had told him that he has to do a surgery within 10 days told him that he is normal and does not need a surgery. So this is where my whole journey started, that rather than choosing to be a part of the standard care system, a hospital system which is sick care driven, I choose to be dedicating my life on this journey, that how people can have healthier hearts, how people can not get heart attack, how people can not do surgeries, or how people can stay away from emergencies. And that's the reason I know all of you are maybe young or whatever age. This is very important information for you all, because we want you to help us making this impact. Okay, so we are based, the story, I was born and bred in India. I'm very grateful for my motherland. And this is where it happened, because I would not have been today here for what the impact which started there, the social impact which we are continuing now in US. So we are based in Encinitas here, and we are doing this work. So a little bit share my journey. So as I told you that my journey started as India's first woman preventative cardiologist. So the story is that the people who don't have insurance cannot afford surgeries, and there is a second group, the people who have insurance, many times the copay is very large, they can't do surgeries, or they have finished their surgeries and then they are no longer able to live a better quality of life. So what I have been doing all my life is very simple: help people prevent heart attacks, and if they have any issue of heart, how they can reverse it, using non-invasive treatments. Okay, so why we need to do this? Because we all know that heart disease is a number one killer. Actually, 1/3 of the global deaths are happening because of the heart problem. But there is a good part, which is like 80% is preventable. Now, if you look at our data in US itself, which is having the highest healthcare spend actually per capita in the entire world, we should be actually number one in health in the entire world, right? But are we? No, we are not. Because all our dollars are spent on sick care. We have an insurance driven system, which is we are paying actually insurance so that when we become sick, we will be taken care of. But today we are taking and talking about this journey, and that is what our non-profit is dedicated on, that no heart left behind, that why should first of all you get a heart attack? That's so important, right? So that is what, and if you see the economic impact, almost more than $1 trillion, annually will be spent by 2030. And 70% of the people are getting heart attack as first symptom. And half of them don't even survive. All of you are working very hard for your IRA and retirement and this and that and 401k and all that. But most of the times people are not even living to get that social security. That is what I have seen in my practice. I have seen people with these dreams that I'll retire one day and postponing those dreams. But then they don't even survive. And I don't want to scare, there are a lot of my South Asian friends out here, but the problem in South Asians is that India is the number one capital actually in diabetes in the whole world and in the heart disease. And the South Asians get more earlier. My average, I have my clinics in India also, and the average age which I am seeing in patients is at 25, 30, 32 years, 40 years getting heart disease. So this problem is for real, and I'm going to share with you what are the simple steps which you can take as a community, because you all have raised your hands that you are change makers and you are here. So you're going to be now knowing what we are going to do. Okay, so remember one thing, that heart attack can happen to anyone. Okay, and I have seen most of the people who are healthy, fit, and can drop dead. I have lost a lot of my cardiologist friends who are at the age of 35, 40 with heart attack, who are treating heart attack. So number one myth which we need to debunk today is that don't think that cardiologists have all the answers. Cardiologists are just procedurists, and they are required because whenever a heart attack happens, there is a blockage. You have to go and open and put that stent or do a surgery. They are definitely doing a life-saving work. But my whole question to the system is that why are we waiting for that heart attack to happen? That is what we need to question, and that is where we need to bring the change, the way things are happening. Another thing what I'm grateful for is all the studies which I did in India with lifestyle education and holistic treatment, especially external counterpulsation therapy. In the research which we did, more than 90% people can actually avoid surgeries. Okay, so this is the work which we have been doing. And if we talk of the sustainable development goals, it is SDG 3, which is ensuring healthy lives and promoting well-being at all ages. And in that, there is 3.4.1, which is on a cardiovascular, because ultimately heart disease is the number one killer, and that is what we need to prevent. So that is what is in the connection over here. As I share the impact, I think I've lost the count of the talks and what I've done, because I'm in this is my life for more than 30 years. The impact started in India with millions of people, because I have done more than 200, 300 just shows, TV shows, more than 5,000 publications. I think there are South Asians, if they know Dr. Kalam, he was our president. He had acknowledged what I was trying to do. Because what I'm working on is a technology that how can we open up all the arteries of the heart so that even if heart attack will happen, we will not die. It's like now we have so many freeways in California. So if say I-5, I-15, anything is like having traffic jam, you can go through the byways, you know. So something like that. So that is the kind of change we are trying to get in the system. And the way we do it is basically education is the key. I say that heart disease is a disease of ignorance. Unfortunately, I think till this point, most people think, oh, you get a heart attack, 911, I have a good insurance, it will cover my treatment, I'll take some pills and I'll be fine. Dear friends, that's not the answer. I'm meeting people with 30 stents, 2 bypass surgeries. They've been put on a heart transplant. A heart transplant costs $1.8 million. Untold suffering and misery. So we can totally prevent and avoid all these things. Education and empowerment of each person is the key to build a healthy country and a healthy nation. So we do a lot of community events, especially if you are in the San Diego area, like, you know, we are doing a lot of in-person events, online events. So we have been doing a lot of activities, coaching, because ultimately you have that power. We want to awaken in each one of you that doctor which is there inside you. And that is what we are doing through our events and our programs. So we have been doing a lot of talks, and if anybody here in San Diego community want us to come and educate, we are more than happy to collaborate. And we also like do a lot of networks, like you know, because that is another fun way of doing things, you know, because it is not just sitting and this, because having fun is the key, right? Because if you are happy and you are laughing, and how many of you are really killing yourself to work, you know? So most important thing is that learning to live better, healthier, laughing, enjoying what you're doing is most important, and there is fun way of doing. So we do a lot of all these things, and our special focus is basically 55 plus, because the average age of heart attack in US is 65 years here. Unfortunately, even after getting heart attack with medications or surgeries, still 25% people get heart attack again within the next 5 years. So this is another myth, that don't think that we are curing you. We are not curing you. We are just doing something to give you symptomatic relief so that there is no chest pain or breathlessness or anything. It does not guarantee you will not get the problem again. So we have a special focus on how to, like, building a healthy heart blueprint, that how can you live longer, healthier. And the beauty is that as we are working on the heart, we are also making your brain stronger and your body stronger, because what principles we focus on prevention of the heart helps, you know, prevent Alzheimer's, which is like type 3 diabetes, cancers, you know, because we are focusing on reducing the oxidative stress and focusing on cellular health. So all these events when we do, we help and impact our community to plant these seeds, that how can you not have those unnecessary medicines. And why we need to do this? We all know first cause of death is heart disease, second is cancer. Do you know the third cause of death here in this country? It's prescription drugs and medical errors. Okay? So if we think that these drugs are saving us, dear friends, no. Because the sick care, the standard care is just keeping on increasing medications. So education, again I'm telling you, is the key. So coming that how can the community help? So as I told you that please share this message that of our events. If you want, I'm going to share our numbers if you want to join our community, so that you can help us spread. You can donate the time and resources to amplify our impact. I've just put a picture of Cindy, who is our heart health ambassador. So she has been a change maker. She was a heart attack survivor, and using our heart health education tools. Actually, she reversed her blockage, and like her doctor told her she's much better. So she is now spreading the message to other women. So if anyone wants to become a heart health ambassador, I think that's a good way to start. We all have a family head. One person can take the leadership in each family, because remember that every fourth person is going to have a heart problem. And on an average, I have a families of 3-4 people, right? So if every person in the family takes the leadership that, okay, I'm going to be the safeguard, the protector of this family's heart or whatever health, it helps. So we help people to take that leadership. And now again, we are going to look into each other's eyes and tell that I'm grateful you're here. Come on, let's do that. I'm grateful to all you guys who are listening online. Remember that a grateful heart is a healthier heart. Just by doing this, we sleep better. Our heart health improves, the stress is lesser, and there is so much of tons of research. So if one simple thing, if you want to do for your heart from now onwards, if you want to live a longer and a healthier life, is just start expressing gratitude and just having this sense of gratitude. Today I'm having so much of gratitude for my friends Sai and Veena. It's not easy to pull up this event, and they have been doing Rama, Barry, all of them have been working so much hard. And my wonderful friends out here who on the last, we have been talking about speaking, coming over here. Having this sense of gratitude is so important every moment for even small things in life. And many people say, oh, my life sucks, there is nothing. Then feel grateful when you get up. If your eyes, your vision, you can hear and you can walk, be grateful for that. Even if a person is homeless, because many people don't have that. I can't emphasize more, but this is one thing I really want to have as an action step taking home. Then each one can reduce their own risk by early detection. That's very important. As I told you that apparently normal people suddenly popping off with cardiac arrest. It has happened so many times with different celebrities included. Eat more plant-based, move more. Most important, love more. Okay, not based on condition, unconditional. That will help you to open your heart, So open your heart with love, not with surgeries and medicines. That's the message, okay? And worry less. So this is a gift which I want to share with each one of you if you're interested, that as I told you that heart disease can happen to anyone, but you don't have to be that one. You have a choice. So this is a scan. If you just want to talk to us for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, because I don't want another person not knowing what to do if he is having an issue and just getting lost in the system. So we can guide you to different resources. If this is one thing which you can do, you can just take a snapshot of this. And I know I was strictly told that this is just to talk about your impact, but I always like to educate. That's in my blood. So I could not talk about how to protect your heart. So I've given you an e-book. If you want to just that is an e-book. That's a gift of you coming and spending your time here. I'm grateful for you. And this book has got all the tips and tricks on how can you in your daily life become more healthy with your heart and live better and serve more. Thank you.